Our faces have a bit of white, our legs a slower gait, our hearts so full of love to give, but still we sit and wait. A younger dog is what folks want, one who romps and plays. They won't take time to look at us, just think we're old and gray. Little do they know the things we have to offer them, manners learned and quiet souls, good dogs all we've been. There are those whose souls were damaged and in pain before they came to this safe place and learned to trust again. When new folks come and look at them, they seem withdrawn and shy. Time is all they need to learn that new bonds they can tie. New bonds they can tie. Patience, love, and gentle hands is all they ask of you. In exchange, their hearts they give you in their lives so new. We may not be the perfect dogs in everybody's eye. Too big, too small, too brown, too blue, too black, too old, too shy. But unless you sit and take the time and see all that we can be, you'll miss the best that is right here. Please stop. Hey, look at me. And with that, I would like to introduce, of course, we have my co-host Karen Garrettson, Vice President of CLAW, but we also have today Stacy Barton and her foster Italian Greyhound, Tara. And they are from the Italian Greyhound Rescue Club of America. Welcome, Stacy, and welcome, Tara.
Thank you for having us.
She is so sweet. But you know what? She's young, isn't she?
She is. She's only about 5.5 months old, and it's actually very rare for us to have a puppy in foster care. Most of our dogs are a little bit older.
Really?
So, yeah, she's a rarity.
She is cute. And you know, when I saw her coming in today, I thought, wow, she is like so tiny. But she's, like you said, about 6 months old. She might grow a little bit more. Yeah. But I'm used to seeing those big, regular greyhounds. My daughter used to have one, and that was a rescue. But my goodness, she's so sweet. So tell me how long you've been doing foster care.
I have been fostering with this group for about 2 years now. And I've probably fostered, I guess, about eight dogs at this point.
Wow.
And luckily it's getting easier. The first couple of fosters was very hard for me to give them up.
Let go.
Yeah.
It's got to be, because you bond with them, don't you?
Yes, yes you do.
How long would you say one of your fosters has stayed with you before finding a home?
Generally it's only a couple of months. The longest has been 6 months, I think. But generally it's only about like 2 or 3 months at the most.
Wow. Now this is Italian Greyhound Club of America.
That's right.
And just so that you know, so that we won't forget, for information on the group, they can go to their website, italiangreyhound.org. That's so easy.
Right. And from there, they can people can click on different states to find out about the rescues in the area. They can also find out about the breed, information about the breed. It's just a generalized site. Thank you. And from there, they can find more local information. So
on there, and they can find like groups in the Maryland area. Now, do they, when they go on this site, do they, when they go to the Maryland, do they have one general contact, or do they have pictures of animals on there?
They do. Each state, and I think Maryland is combined with Maryland, Virginia, DC, and West Virginia.
Okay.
And our rescues will be posted there.
Okay.
And at the bottom of the paragraph about the dog is a link to email the rep for the area.
And I think that the email is Italian Greyhound Rescue at gmail.com. And I think it's up on the screen now. Yep. So that's easy enough to, these are very easy sites. That's very good. It makes it very easy for people like me. Yeah. So tell me, where did Tara come from? How did you get her?
Tara's story isn't too interesting. She was just found wandering around in a park in Montgomery County, and someone, I guess a neighbor, had called the animal control to come pick her up, which they did. And when she got to animal control, as with most shelters, they have rescue contacts. So if a breed dog comes into the rescue, they will contact the group, and the group will hopefully be able to come, thank you, and remove the dog from the shelter and put it into foster care if there's a foster home available. And that's actually very important to note too, is that we always need foster homes for dogs.
She's just having a good time with that thing, isn't she? She's just throwing it there. She thinks it's a ball. So you really do need people who can foster. So tell me, what would you expect a foster parent to do?
Well, give lots of love to the dogs, first of all, because generally they're coming from a situation where they're being given up sometimes, and they need a little help transitioning into being in a foster home.
There you go, baby.
Thank you. I'm going to try and hold on to this. The foster.
Without getting bit?
Yeah, like I've already been. The foster parent takes care of feeding them, giving them treats, buying them toys. That's a cost that they do take on. But the rescue group takes on the medical care costs. So if a dog needs to be spayed or neutered, or needs some sort of medical care like teeth cleaning, which often the older dogs do, then that's something that the rescue group pays for, which is why fundraising is important for us too, because a lot of these pups come in needing something. In fact, Tara got very sick when I first rescued her. She actually had pneumonia.
Oh my.
Really?
Yeah, she got really sick, but she recovered well.
Now let's see. So you got her. How long ago did you get her?
The end of September.
Okay.
I got her.
She had pneumonia. Poor baby. She's just such a beautiful, beautiful
She's
little
very
doggy.
She is.
Now tell me about the breed, because I mean, I know what big greyhounds are like, but I don't know anything about little greyhounds, the little Italian greyhounds. So tell me what their personality is like generally.
Well, they're very loving companion animals. They're great companion animals. They're lap dogs. They're small enough. Obviously. They only get to be about 10 to 12 pounds in general if they're kept at their ideal weight. They like to be with other dogs, particularly Italian greyhounds. Usually people have them, it's like the potato chip, like if you have one. Most people with Italian greyhounds have more than one, and they like to hang out together, they like to sleep together, they just like to play together. They will get along pretty well with cats in general. I'm
surprised, because I would think that it's like large greyhounds chase rabbits and like prey.
They do, but they're not, I mean, she will chase a cat if it runs, but she's still young and she's learning. But the other dogs that I have get along fine with cats. They have a very good relationship. They are sight hounds, like you say. If they see a squirrel or a rabbit, they will run. So it's important to note that with this breed, you should keep them on a leash unless they're in an enclosed area, because if they see something, they'll run and they won't stop.
Oh, that's like a typical big greyhound. That's what they say. Yep. Don't ever take them off lead.
Right. They'll just keep going.
Yes.
Another thing to note is that because they do have, they're very skinny, they have really thin fur, they do need some special care when it comes to cold weather. They don't like to go out in the rain, so housebreaking can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge. But people can litter box train them because they're small enough. And
really?
It's a pretty convenient trick. She knows I have treats. She has a very good nose.
She's got, obviously.
So how do they get along with children?
Well, we generally recommend, if they're going to go into a family with children, that they be a little bit older, because they are kind of fragile, and they can break legs. Because they don't get very large, it's best if they're with a family that has like older kids that can know how to handle them and take care of them too properly. But certainly, I mean, they love kids too. I mean, and it's very good, especially for the younger dogs like Tara. They really help run her around and give her good exercise, and so it's Paws.
Yeah, that is really, I mean, she is just so cute. Now, okay, I know you try to, you're doing fundraising, and please, anybody who would like to donate, go to the website. And I'm sure there's a way to donate on your website, or find out how to donate. So say I come in and I'm looking, first of all, I wouldn't know if I'm the type of person who would, because I know personality of dogs need to match personality of an adoptive owner. So what do you do when somebody says, hey, I want to adopt one? What do you do?